Roberto Firmino marked his final Anfield appearance for Liverpool with an equaliser against Aston Villa to keep their faint Champions League hopes alive. Liverpool have kept faint hopes of qualifying for next year's Champions League alive after Roberto Firmino scored on his Anfield farewell in a 1-1 draw against Aston Villa. Express Sport takes a look at 4 things learned from Liverpool's draw with Unai Emery's side. Van Dijk angry with Trent. There's going to be some growing pains with Liverpool's new system based around Trent Alexander-Arnold having a bit more freedom going forward, and that was evident midway through the first half. The England international lunged into a tackle that soon allowed Villa to counter before Virgil van Dijk stepped in to clear the danger. Alexander-Arnold was then on the receiving end of an evil stare from Van Dijk, who clearly wanted better from his defensive partner. Being able to understand his position better and how it impacts those behind him is something that Alexander-Arnold will need to learn heading into next season, but Van Dijk looks as though he's more than ready to remind him. Henderson's role. There's undoubtedly going to be major change to Liverpool's midfield unit this summer, and that raises some questions on where that leaves Jordan Henderson. Everything is said and done. Curtis Jones has proven in recent weeks what he's capable of, while Fabinho has rediscovered some of his best form. 1 or 2 midfield signings could push Henderson down the pecking order to a position where he fills in largely for injuries. While attaining legendary status as the first Liverpool captain to lift the Premier League trophy, Henderson's impact on matches has diminished this season, and he'll have to prove himself as much as anyone heading into next year. Firmino's farewell. James Milner deserves all the credit as one of the best free transfers in Premier League history for his impact at Anfield over the years. But it's Roberto Firmino who will be long remembered by the Liverpool faithful. He was the glue that held everything together going forward for the Reds, and Liverpool were almost unbeatable when he was on top form. Cody Gakpo now looks to be the man tasked with filling in Firmino's role for the foreseeable future, and they are huge boots to fill. But Firmino reminded everybody in stoppage time just what Liverpool will be missing when he's gone, with a trademark finish to keep their season alive going into next week. European football. It was always going to be a long shot, and it may still end up being too little too late despite Firmino's heroics. It will be more of a slide on either Newcastle or Manchester United if Liverpool sneak into the Champions League spots, as opposed to Jurgen Klopp's side being deserving of a top 4 place. They finally found some form in recent weeks, and that can stand them in good stead heading into next year. But the Europa League is probably where this Liverpool side deserve to be based on the overall campaign.